Um, and yes, then we will dive into the discussions based on your questions and your thoughts. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you can see my screen also. So when we say open learning, we essentially mean it's a whole family which engages in learning. Why would the family engage in learning? Because that's what we realized long back, um, that the purpose of education, at least for us, is to live. And if we are living, we are all the time learning, irrespective of what age we are or what field or wherever we are. And typically, this learning, which is based on living, is led by the learner or the child in this case, not by anybody else. So, as a learner, I decide what I want to do, how I want to do, how much I want to do, and so on. So we have for children we have 4 points. Uh, Although this does not only limit to children, it goes to all ages. The first one is that we don't need to bind the child with a curriculum. The child is pretty much capable at all ages, whether 1 or 2 years old or 12 or 20 years old, decide what the child wants to do in a day, week, month, year. From they absorb from the environment and pick up things that they like or on their own interests, what attracts them. Literally, we say the whole world is a beautiful curriculum for them. Everything is worth learning, and not like one thing is more important. And this opening up of learning to not just few things, but anything and everything, really gives a very interesting and a very rich kind of mm, view to each learner. At least I realized this view much later as an adult, and it's been so beautiful for me myself that everything is worth learning. Cool. Now I can do whatever I feel like doing. The second thing is that we don't necessarily need to teach the child. The child is fairly capable of figuring out what he or she wants to learn, how to learn, when to learn, how much to learn, and so on, with whom to learn, including finding a teacher and so on. We can more sit back and first enjoy seeing how this particular, as in my child or this particular child, wants to learn. That becomes more interesting. Um, and see where that leads to. So a lot of time we have to more wait and watch than actually jump into it. Um, we also realize that literally there is no dearth of resources, right from the child's self to the family, friends, relative, neighborhoods, locality. Everything is full of learning opportunities, so one doesn't need to uh, go to a particular place only to learn. Anything and everything can convert into learning, including traveling, including meeting people from around the world, and all kinds of resources. Especially the internet base is so full of learning options. If you put together these first two propositions, we come to the conclusion that we don't need to assess the child, because there's no need to assess learning. Learning is happening all the time. The child is reflecting, the learner is reflecting, this one I know, this one I don't know, and then deciding the next course of action. We can obviously give feedback, absolutely, but that does not mean that the child has to be bound by our way of looking at it. The child has his own way of thinking, and I think it's much interesting if the child's own thinking, views evolves on its own based on, yes, feedback from various people around. Uh, and which is why we say that there's learning from everybody and anybody, and everybody is very different. There is no one kind of a thing. Yeah. Uh, Finally, we also say that there's no necessarily everybody has to go through school, college, degree, certificate. Each individual can decide which way they want to be professionally equipped, or even otherwise find what they're really looking for in life. Yeah, whether it's money or non-money, that's not the question. So that's broadly what open learning is. It essentially means that the learner gets the responsibility to learn, decides what I want to learn and how I want to learn. And it goes through these stages. Typically, when children are very young, they hog exposures. As they grow older, yes, they continue to get exposed, but they also start exploring things that interest them. As they go further older, teenage years, they get into expertise of what they really want to do. Slowly, not like the moment teenagers they would know. It takes time to figure out which field. Uh, for somebody like me, it took me 30 years or more than 30 years to find out what is it that I want to do in life. So I think we need to be more open to them figuring out slowly, trying out different things and saying, this is what I want to do. And that can keep changing. And finally, one of their or a combination of their expertise, they can always, convert that into enterprise where they can earn money for their own life. So that's normally the open learning progression. It's very, you can say, it's not clear cut stages, but it's more of uh, different ingredients, you can say, of the journey. Yeah. Okay, so that's little about open learning. We can take more question. Hannah, how does it happen in Aarohi's? Basically, we are a community of families. Each family is at their home primarily and interacting with the other members either by coming to campus or going. Yeah, let me put this slide. Either at their home they are doing open learning, or they're coming to Aarohi campus, or they're interacting with other whole families using online mediums or traveling to each other, or they can travel together to a third place, right? So the whole idea is that the families create together what they want to do, learn together things that they want to learn, support each other, and in that sense live together. But we are not necessarily physically living together in one, let's say, campus, but we are all living together in this one beautiful campus called planet Earth. So that's the way we look at it. Uh, Right. We also, a little bit, I would just want to share about CoVersity, which is more for the teenagers as they move into teen years. They want to more deep dive into certain areas, do more professional work, and kind of create their own professional journey. So, yeah, they would like to explore different, first of all, professions. At a young age, it's all right to uh, explore their interests rather than immediately decide. Also, they like to do meaningful work. They're no more okay with just doing tinkering here, there. They want to do something like a project or a client project, earn some money, get out into the world and do some work. They also like interacting with experts, mentors. They get on to internet to find experts or may read books from experts in the domain that they want to. Uh, they also like being with other teenagers, so that's very important for them, and finding a or making a cohort or a gang or a group of their own. And finally, they don't mind to be work certified rather than necessarily somebody else telling them how good you are. My work speaks. This is the work that I've done. So that's the pride that they want to carry in many cases. So that's about CoVersity, where the teenagers take their professional journey on their own with the help of community, with the help of their own cohort, and with the help of the world, because the world is there to help them. So yeah, that's the CoVersity for 13 to 21-year-olds. We have different youth doing different things, but all together. Yeah. Yeah. So let me kind of pause here and yeah, this is a little about CoVersity. Um, I also wanted to little share, where is that one slide? Yeah, I want to end with this slide that if you read the quotation which says, the bird sitting on a tree is never afraid of branch breaking because her trust is not on the branch, but on her own wings. So in some ways, open learning is all about developing oneself, not too much bothered about the field. Oh, is this a good field, bad field? Is it a this or a that? But it's what it's doing to me, because number one, every field is good enough. And number two, uh, I can always change fields. If I can drive myself, then I can drive myself anywhere. So it's more about developing a strong me, the way I want to be, and my own ambitions, my own designs, my own desire. Some like to travel, some like to be in one place, some like lots of friends, some like few. So it's about me. It's not so much about some standardized way of doing things. So we develop ourselves. That's what open learning is all about. Which is why we're very less bothered about what the child is doing. We're more about, hey, okay, what excites you, and let's do something about that. Yeah. So let me stop sharing here, and yep, there are a few more people who have joined in, so that's great. So we can jump in straight. You can come on videos, audios, chat, you can use everything. If more people are on video, that's nice. We can interact with each other. And yeah, we can have, if you want to specifically know how the community works or what can I get from the Aarohi community if I'm already doing, or even if I'm wanting to do open learning, what will be the support, or what will I give and what will I get? We can talk about that. Uh, or any other question about Aarohi and open learning, feel free to throw in and we can have a discussion. Yeah. Well, one of the things I always say is that when we start open learning or unschooling, homeschooling, we are certainly alone in the sense, maybe around my house, everybody else is doing, all my relatives are going, all the cousins, everybody is going to school, college. So it certainly feels very, that's overwhelming or scary if sometimes. So that is where the community really, really helps in, because when you are with the community, you say, he's also doing like this, or she's also. So suddenly it's a different world altogether, right? So, and the best part is, although you're part of the community isn't following one way. Each family is doing it in a different way. So you get such a varied exposure of different families doing it in different ways, different children learning in different ways. And that's the beauty of it, I think. Uh, which is why I keep saying we are still learning about children, about different fields and so on. So I think that's the most beautiful thing about community. And I say to people who are unschooling, homeschooling, or open learning, that do consider either Aarohi or any other community, so that kind of becomes a little space for you to both give and take. Yeah. So that's kind of the perspective why the community. Uh, Plus, I'm sure there are 99 more benefits. Someday I have to sit down and make that list. But for now, over to you all.
So Ratnesh, I have my husband also here. So he also got some questions.
Sure.
Yeah. So he has this question, so he wants to ask you.
Sure, sure.
Hi, Ratish. Hope all doing good. Hello all. So,
Yeah, if you guys can come on video, that just helps to have a more visual connect. I'm just inviting, it's a big group, 13 people in this group, so we can have few more videos on, if it's possible. Otherwise, I
right.
feel like I'm talking to a screen.
I'm here. So we are using this age-old laptop. So we don't have this webcam. Probably next time we will
Sure,
find a good video one.
sure.
Thanks for understanding. And this one. So we have this 2-year-old kid. Okay, and we are very very new to this concept of open learning. So we are trying to understand what it is and how to implement it. And yes, we are against this people going to this conventional way of studying it. That's for sure. But when we search on what is the alternate, we just look in this open schooling. That's where we come know about ROV. My first question: what is ROV? What is the community you mean, and what is the campus you are mentioning?
Okay.
So that's my first question, because I just want to understand about Aarohi and the community and what the campus means. Is it a school, or is it something where we can come and learn? Because I have seen in the chat, the people say that they have been staying there, they have been sending the students. So I don't understand whether sending the students mean that conventional way of doing studies, or they're just asking the students to stay there and read, or learn something, or is that something that they are coming and staying there and learning? So lots of questions around it.
Sure, let's see. Ruchika, you want to answer, or Namrata, you want to share? Yeah.
Namrata, you want to go ahead? I think yeah. So I think I can share my experience about Aarohi. As you said,
It's like, let me take a sentence from your question only. As you said, people come and learn. I don't know about learning, but definitely we explore. We find ourselves when we are part of the Aarohi. So Aarohi campus it's the, I don't know, it's not like a school, because in open learning there is no space of school, the schooling, that concept of schooling. So it's basically about like the campus itself is a experience where everyone, it's not just about a child exploring, it's the adult, the family. As Ratnesh said, it's not about the child becoming, or it's not about the open learning for a child. So even at the campus, like as a family, when we visit, like so far whatever times like we have visit as family, just me and my daughter. So it's not just only my daughter exploring things, I'm exploring myself. So it's a community living where people are living, working together, doing things together, right from maybe playing some game, or morning workout, or in a kitchen cooking something, sitting, talking, discussing, planning. So we all are exploring in different manners, and there are multiple other resources around in the campus. Campus itself, I'll give you an example, simple. There is a hand pump in the campus where you really pump the water, you fill the bucket, and you take that bucket for whatever use you want, for bathing, for other things and all. So now that pumping, that the hand pump itself is an experience for me. This, that reminded me of my childhood when I used to pump, where my child has never experienced that. For them, just open the tap and water is there. So isn't it like an experience that you have to work to get something? And that can be applicable anywhere. This is Aarohi. This is Aarohi's campuses, where just pumping of water is an experience and learning for anybody. Forget about child, even for an adult of any age. I don't know whether I was able to give you the answer what you want, but it's an exploration. It's a complete life change experience. The full perspective of learning will change when you'll become a part of Aarohi, whether you are at campus, whether you are at home. I don't know. Maybe Namrata can also add, and Aarti has just been to campus. Maybe she can also share.
Got it. I'm not sure whether I understood completely, but partially, yes, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's no one answer. Everybody experiences and uses and enjoys and evolves in a different way. So it's not like one definition.
Got it.
Yeah, it's just a space. Now, what happens in that space depends on whoever is in that space.
And I'll tell you, like, experiences, I don't know how much we will be able to answer to that. Like,
Yeah.
whatever our experience have been, we can answer based on that. You have to experience that physically, then you will get it. So there is no like a teacher, or there is not like a, the class is mathematics, science, or something happening, but still children are learning. Children are connecting with various aspect of any kind of we use the word subject. They get connected to any kind of subject through things around them. And that's how like open learning believes in. The world is filled with resources. You can learn maths working in the kitchen. You can learn science being part of the kitchen, spoiling your dish, failing in baking, understand the chemistry of everything. Isn't it a science learning? Why do you need a subject learning textbook and all? That's what Aarohi is.
Okay.
So if I extend the thought, so Aarohi is nothing but like the campus, for that matter, is nothing but your home. And Aarohi as a community is nothing but like your family. Now, let's say in your family, there are 3 people and you guys are living together. And so you are doing things, and I'm assuming all of you are learning something or the other, or doing something or the other in the process learning. Let's say there are 4 of you. So in a way, you are a community of 4 people, if you are 4 members in the family, and your house is a campus where you learn, right? But just think of Aarohi as a bigger version of that. Now here you have 4 members, here maybe you have 40, 50, 60 or 10, 20, whatever number at any point of time. And you can say Aarohi campus is a bigger home where there are more people doing more different things. Just like you would be doing one thing, your wife would be doing another thing, your child would be doing a third thing. In the same way, in a community, everybody is doing different things, and they could be anywhere in the country. And if they all come to the campus, or whoever comes to the campus, it's just a large home. So I think in some ways you are not new to open learning. You are already doing open learning within your family, and you're already in a campus, which is your house. Now, if you like to have a bigger version of it, come over. That's the whole idea. So when you join the community, you're just joining a larger family. That's all. Family of families, you can say. Yeah, I hope that you could connect with that.
I've been able to correlate of what Ritika said and what you have explained. And this one, so I have seen this Jagriti session, okay, and the stay where there was a timetable wherein that it was mentioned that no guest, and we can also come with guests. So what is that? And there is also dates or weeks being mentioned, Monday to Friday. So is it something which we have to come and stay within that week, or can we come
Yeah.
on Wednesday till Friday, or we can come on Thursday and stay for next 5
Yeah, I
days?
think all the details are there on the website. I'll share with you the link and the answers to your question. But just to briefly answer that, yes, there is a calendar, and broadly you follow the calendar and see which are the weeks available. And Monday to Friday is a week, so you come on a Monday and you go back on a Friday. You spend a week in the community. And then if you want to extend that, that is a further thing. But the initial week stay starts on a Monday and ends on a Friday, and only on the weeks which is mentioned in that calendar. Yeah. So there are certain limitations because we are doing many other things, the members of the community. So for guests, it's sometimes limited. Sometimes we open extra weeks. Sometimes we close it down. All that depends on what is happening inside the community.
So by guest, we mean that who visits the campus.
Yeah, by guests, we mean families who visit just for a week to experience Aarohi. The families who are part of the community are not limited by those weeks. They can come literally anytime and spend about a term here. And so they can spend the whole year here or a part of the year. Like Ruchika and her daughter and her husband, they used to keep coming for 1 week, for like that multiple times in the year. So but they are part of the community. Community families use the campus whenever they want, like a second home, you can call it. But yeah, new families come in the guest weeks.
Mhm. So by that, Ruchika, we are just interested to know what your daughters are doing and like how you follow, like how you allow them to do this open learning, like how you exactly follow something for them, or to put in a way like when we say we all work together. So how that is handled in your home. I understand what you do in the campus, but then like you visit it often, I understand for an experience or whatever it might be. But what you do on day-to-day basis on your home, like how you handle it.
Yeah, on a day-to-day basis, actually we both are doing our own stuff. I'm doing my things, she's doing her things. So she after it's been 4 years we are into open learning journey, and it all started with Aarohi only, and then from last 1 year we are part of the community physically. So for myself, more than myself, I would just talk up for her right now. Like she has learned, she has experienced, she has learned to use, plan and take a responsibility of her own time in a day. Like she has understood that open learning doesn't means just like a lot of people ask, oh, open learning means too much of freedom, oh, you're giving so much of freedom, child is doing nothing whole day sitting in front of a laptop or a TV or screen or something. No, it is not like that. Open learning, actually, definitely there is a freedom. There is freedom to choose. There is a freedom to decide, but along with the responsibility. So at home, I'm doing my stuff. She's doing her stuff. There are certain things which we are doing together. Let's say morning hours, morning chores, cooking, cleaning, everything, which the whole family is doing together. Even my husband, before leaving for his work, his, the work are decided. He knows what he has to do before leaving. I know how much I'm doing. She knows how much she has to do. And this all happened as a family sitting together and planning. We three of us sat together and we planned like what are the work which we need to do. Then later on, how are we planning our day? My husband goes to office. He has his work plan there. We discuss. He discusses with us today what are my meetings, what I'm doing. I also tell what are my work, what I have planned. Like that, she also plans her day. And then sometime daily basis or weekly basis, as a family, we sit together and we reflect on whatever we planned whole week or daily on a day basis. Were we able to meet those what do you, if you want to call it as a target or whatever, but don't like a target, like was I able to perform what I planned? If it worked, why it worked? If it didn't work, why it didn't work? So it's like that. And along with that, she is into 2 3 different exploration for which she goes out. Like she is into chess, she is into jewelry making, and she's into this natural color dyeing, where she's learning to extract the natural color and how the fabric dyeing happens. And also we have a small academy here kind of place, so where she goes. So 2 3 days in a week she has this schedule. Other than that, when she's at home, she has her own plans. There are days where she just wants to read. She says, I'm reading today. Some book she'll pick up and she'll read. Sometimes she'll read multiple books in a day. Sometimes she'll be hooked to one book. But something is happening. And there are days where nothing is also happening. But she's processing. So nothing is also very important. So, but she's processing. Then she comes and she says, oh, today I didn't do anything. Okay, maybe tomorrow I would like to do that. So isn't it their thinking in that process? So that's how our day goes on. So there are things which we are doing together. There are things which we are doing separately. And as a family, we plan, we design. That's how what we do.
Sure, great. Yeah.
This helps.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just we
Ruchika,
could-
that was a simple and awesome introduction.
Yeah, that
Preeti is also here.
with some visualization of how would you
I also want to add to what Ruchika was sharing, like where
Preeti, your
back
intro
on to-
first.
Oh, intro chal raha hai abhi.
नहीं, intro नहीं चल रहा, आप अभी आए.
Oh yeah, sorry. So my intro, yeah. So I'm a parent of 11-year-old daughter, and we are part of Aarohi community since 4 years. Since the day we decided that we are getting into open learning, though we are kind of open learners maybe from her birth, but now we are enjoying it with Ruchika, with Ratnesh, with Namrata, Baisakhi, Aarti, all of us. So we are having good fun, and life is like happening. मतलब ऐसे नहीं कि happening, मतलब it's happening. So yeah, that was intro. And so adding on to what Ruchika was sharing, so today something really interesting happened at my yoga place. So we in the morning when I do yoga, so there is a mixed crowd there. It's a common place in the play area where we it's a public place where a lot of people come together and we do Surya Namaskar together. So in that there are 2 kids, like 8-year-old girl and 6-year-old girl. They also come and they do regularly. They come and they do Surya Namaskar. So today and the grandfather tells the girl, do this, do that, correct this pose, this all the time. Huh? So today when she was doing, then the another adult person was next to me and she was doing this side, left side. So the adult guy says ki, you do this, this pose is not correct or something. And then I'm like, don't, you do yours. When you will do nicely, she will see and she will learn by herself. And with her age and with her time, she will do what she wants to do. You don't worry, you do yours. So she is like, the 8-year-old says, "Ha, ekdam sahi bol rahi hai." Like, she was so happy. So it's like they know what what they're doing. So we need not, I think, plan or do things for them. They are well planned. That was for what Ruchika was sharing, that her daughter does by herself, plans herself, and does many things. So that.
And just to add that, I don't know about Ruchika and Preeti, but at least in our family, it doesn't go as all rosy and nice. It goes up and down. Some days are great, some days are horrible, some days there are fights, some days there are, oh, why is this not happening? Sometimes I'm nagging somebody is nagging me the other day, why are you not doing? So it's not about it being nice, but it's all about it being together. And yeah, I think that's both as a family, at a family level, and even at a community level. So yeah, just want to clarify that. Just doesn't mean want to make it look like all super rosy.
Too rosy. Yeah, arguments are part of all this. And I, as a family, we really believe in that arguments are important because you're putting your opinion, you're putting your view on the table, and you're also understanding the other person, and that also helps you to understand each other as an individual, not just only dad, mom, or daughter, or son, or whatever. As in, those are just the tags, but as an individual, there is an individual behind that tag. So these arguments and sharing, and that's how, like Ratnesh said, together, fighting together, falling, failing, success, succeeding, everything doing together. Co-creating. That's the thing what we believe in.
Nice to know that, yeah. And when we say as a community, like, is the certain duration that we are connecting together, or like, just tell me in a layman word, like, what you say is a community. So we have certain peoples connected in this group, or the to be like in this WhatsApp group. So like, what exactly you mean by the word community? So that's what I wanted to understand. Like, you are committed with the campus for certain duration, or like, how is that?
Preeti, this is your question.
So, Monica, before I say anything, what do you receive it as? Like, for you, what is community?
So in my understanding, like, I feel that the like-minded peoples are connected here to form a community, so that they understand each other, that they are not left out, and they have someone to cope up and co-learn. Okay, that's my understanding.
That's
But
the answer.
my husband here, like, he needs his perspective of understanding, right? So I want that understanding to come from your end. This is my
Monica, I
understanding.
wish your video was on. I would have used it as an Insta reel to tell the world what a community is. It was bang on.
Yeah, perfect.
So I want something from your end, like, this is my explanation, but then I want something from your end to tell me, like, what you mean by community from Aarohi perspective.
Basically, the question is from my end. I am Monica.
Yeah.
So in
So,
Aarohi,
yeah,
yeah.
so I think
Yes.
what you have said, Monica, has defined it exactly. That is what a community is, meaning how Aarohi community works on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis is what Preeti, Ruchika, and others can in detail out. Yeah, and that can help you not define what is a community, but just sample of what happened. There's no this is nothing to do with what can happen. Because if Monica comes in, then she will bring her own ideas and energies. So it may not happen exactly the same way. Yeah, Preeti, go ahead, please.
So, Monica and your husband, both of you, and for everybody. So, firstly, Aarohi community, as you very rightly said, it is like-minded people coming together and sharing their ideas and doing things together for the joy of it. That's exactly what we do together, and we do really together everything, even the planning of how the structuring of the year will be, how it will be like our coming up year, how we are going to do it, what all things we want to do it. We all come together and decide and discuss and pull and push each other, and then we decide how are we going to run, how we are going to what all are different ways that we can do it. So that's the beauty of it, that all the ideas and are welcome, and everybody is welcome to share what they want to do. Then how it functions, I think come and be part of the community, you'll get to know. Ruchika or anybody you want to add anything that you want to add?
Well, I think you've covered everything. What like Preeti is saying, like we have campus, we have online platform also in Aarohi. So where the families like us, like Preeti is also in Mumbai and I'm in Mysore. So we are not physically present on campus every time, but we are still connected. We know what's happening at campus. We know everything, what who's gossiping in which corner of the campus, we know that. Who's doing what. And this is all because of our online connection also, which is also bringing everybody from all over the country together, and we know what's happening in each other's family also. That is also there. I know what is Preeti's daughter up to. Preeti knows who's somebody else's daughter is up to or child is up to. So that's how. And in the community, we have like, connections where we meet regularly and push and pull what she said. We pick up projects together, we push each other, we pull each other, we bring people on the table. So that's how we support each other, even being at our home. So our homes becomes small, cute Aarohi campuses. It's like that.
So last just 15 days back, my home was like full of Aarohi. Everywhere I could see all Aarohi people. Yeah. So it is like that. And we also get into doing blind dates with books and everything. So there are many, many new and creative ideas that we all only come up with, and we all come together and we execute it together. That's the whole thing. It's all about we are all flocking together.
Great. Yeah.
Okay,
Hello.
there are a lot of people in the group. Yeah, please go ahead. You can share, ask. It's a very, yeah, Rahul, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Ratnesh. This is Rahul. Uh, just let me share my video also. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
So I'm Rahul. Let me introduce myself as a father to two kids. One is 7, another is 2. So both of my kids are being open learning. We are based in Pune. Recently, Ratnesh, we met at Karigar couple of months back.
Sure.
We even talked there, but there was a little lack of time and we couldn't discuss much. Since then, I am connected with the WhatsApp group of ROE. I just wanted to share what we do at home. My daughter, who is 7, has never been to school, not even a single day. And we as parents are very much comfortable about what is happening with her. In fact, we are liking the way she is doing it organically. So even for other participants, I just wanted to share this thing. We just go to her help when she asks for. Otherwise, she keeps doing things. By now, we have not gone for any specific courses for her. last year, she took up mathematics on her own,
Mhm.
did it for almost 6 to 8 months. She covered NCRT first standard book. Apart from that, we have a lot of books from different organizations in Pune, like Quest and all. So she goes through those books, different books. It's not fixed to one curricula or anything. So she explored mathematics for 6 to 8 months. After that, she suddenly stopped with maths and she picked up English as a language. Currently, she is trying to learn English. uh, Her mother tongue is Marathi, obviously. We speak Marathi in home, but she's trying to learn English with her friends in home. The thing which she does most of the time is she keeps on painting and she does some crafts on her own. So this is what she spends most of her day in. Uh, she plays almost for the entire day. We have to go and bring her back home in the night when it is past 10 p.m. So free play is one thing that she enjoys and she plays a lot because she is always ready and available to play. So she has got a lot of friends. Everybody knows that Madhura is or will be willing to play. So this is how it is going with us, and we are quite happy with it. Recently, how do we learn actually? So we watch a lot of movies together. Uh, Recently, we watched some movies like Swimmer Sisters, then True Spirit about the girl
Rahul,
in
can I little
Australia.
pause? Can you keep it brief in terms of this is more of discussion oriented.
Yeah,
So if there is something that you would like to discuss more about it, it's lovely to hear your story.
yeah,
Absolutely. But given the space that there are a lot of people here who would, so maybe they
true,
can
true,
ask
true.
you questions since you have
Yeah.
already given a brief introduction.
So
Yeah.
what I wanted to just like say is like what do I feel about Aarohi? Aarohi I feel as my extended home, where when we feel we can go and connect and maybe stay and learn from Aarohi. So this is what I feel about Aarohi.
Sure, sure. Yeah, and thank you. And I'm
And
sure parents can connect with you to understand from you, to learn from you. I'm sure they can do that. So that
yeah,
is
yeah,
what
sure,
it's all about. It's all about learning, connecting from each other. Yes, absolutely.
true.
Yeah, more people, if you have thoughts, questions you want to share, you can ask anybody. There's Ruchika and Preeti are there, Namrata is there. Rahul just introduced himself for his journey. Hari, you are with a group of people in Hyderabad, I think. Group of families. Would you like to on the video? It's a whole group there meeting there. They have their own open learning meetup today, and they're also connecting to this meetup online. So that's interesting. Hybrid meetup. So if you want to say hi, but others who have joined, we have Sandhya, Sonal, Vinita. Any thoughts, questions?
This is Hyderabad Open Learning Meetup. Hi, Ratnesh.
Hello.
Hi, Ratnesh.
Yeah, we can
Hello.
hear you, VP. Hi.
Hi. We are in the Hyderabad community. These are all 6 families are gathering here. Just say hi.
Hello, Richness. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
This is first meet in Hyderabad.
Oh, superb, superb. This is so nice. Yes, meeting in person has its own beautiful charm. So nice.
Here another Ratnesh. Hello, sir. His name is Ratnesh.
Oh, hi.
Okay. Any questions? Ask Ratnesh. Okay, ask.
Okay, Ratnesh, actually, I was more interested to get more participation in this Aarohi community. So that's why I was just saying what are the avenues, because it's from me from outside, I feel it's like very not very easy or understandable how to what are the avenues to slowly take steps towards it. So that's what I was asking, and Aarohi X came first, and then Aarohi visit or campus visit is what also there's some suggestions. I just really want to know from you, how do you think a person from outside trying out Aarohi, understanding Aarohi all together, not just for gain, but as the way of life also.
Yeah, first of all, you're not from outside. We are from the same planet, all of us. And just join in. That's it. There's nothing else to it, right, Preeti? How else to know the community? How else you will meet wonderful people like Preeti and Ruchika and Baisakhi and so many Namrata here. So many wonderful people, wonderful families. You will work with a lot of children, and that will enlarge, first of all, your way of looking at learning and learners, and your children will interact with other children and other adults and so on. So it's all we all have to make it happen. It's not driven by anybody, it's driven by all of us.
Sure. Preeti, Ruchika, or like whatever, like if you can, we can connect sometime and discuss how how was your journey. That will give me insights about how you have went about. I can share my number with how come. I can share in the chat also. Is this
No,
possible?
see,
If you can
this is the place to ask, and this is the place to interact. So you can ask now, or you can come next Saturday,
Okay.
or the next. Every Saturday we meet for this purpose only. All right. If you have any thoughts,
I
questions,
thought this is
yeah.
okay. So Preeti and Ruchika or others can share me how their journey was, how they started understanding Aarohi, how was their journey, the start, not as a start. How was that? That will be great. Because it's a starter syndrome or thing which right now is bothering me.
So the starting thing is ki the train is there, it's moving, you jump onto it. Okay, so you become the co-passenger. You need not think too much. Just become, come together with us and just be part of it. And the happiness and the beauty of it is that since 4 years we are part of Aarohi. We are Aarohi, and we as a family, and even my mother-in-law also enjoys Aarohi, to be honest. She wants to visit campus and be at campus. So that is the beauty of it. It's very inclusive community. That's the first thing that I would share with you, that we all are very open to each other. We have no judgments for each other. Whichever way is your way is the best way. Nor my way or Ratnesh's way or anybody's way is perfect. Everybody is has his or her own individuality, and we all respect that. That's the beauty of this place, and we love more and more and more and more ideas. So just keep coming in and keep pouring in, and that's the community that we are in. I don't know, Chika, would you add something?
Well, I think just say one thing, that you said how to start. So there is no set formula like step 1, step 2, step 3. No, it's just jump in. Once you jump in, I remember how I learned swimming. My dad just threw me in the pool. He said, now save yourself, paddle or whatever you do. That day, I remember I cursed him a lot. Why? My dad doesn't love me. He wants me to die. That thought. But now, when I really remember these things, there are a couple of things my dad used to say, which I understood now in this age. It's all about just going ahead. Just take that one step, take the car, put it on a first gear, and you will not know when your car will be in the gear, and you'll be just enjoying the highway and the beautiful breeze of it. So just go, just jump, just start. You will figure out. And connecting with families or any family in this whole world, you will definitely see each family has a different way of doing it, and you will figure out your own way of doing it. Maybe you might be doing it, you might not, you can't see, it's just there. Maybe you just have to just keep doing it. It's like that. Do, that's it.
A little technical answer to it is that on in May, Aarohi, we are like all on a May break, and from June 1st onwards, we are again going to go on the fifth gear ki car mein baithne wale hai. So if you want to start from June onwards, then please join in. Come.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
coming for the Saturday meeting, you're already part of Aarohi. It's like that.
Great, great. Thank you. Thank you for all the support.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Ankush.
Yeah. Hi. So actually, I am from Pune and I am a teacher, mathematics teacher, teaching to class 12 and competitive exams. So I have my son who is 7 months old only, and I am new to this open learning. So my question to the parents over here is, how do we start unschooling ourselves? Like, because it needs conscious effort in the start. So what would be those steps? Because I want, we are interested in this, me and my wife, and we want to understand this, the way to transform ourselves. Somewhat we know, but we want to hear from you all.
Ankush, I think you are at the right time. Maybe I think that Jagriti is starting in June. So
Yeah.
unlearning program, it is unparenting.
Unparenting.
Rajneesh, if you, yeah. So June month, Rajneesh, if you can share the details.
Sure. If you want me to share the link, yeah. So that's just one way of doing it. We have a program called Jagriti. That's not specific to open learning, but it's definitely about unlearning as a parent. Not because what we know or what we have learned is wrong or right. Absolutely not. What we have learned and what we know and what we think is awesome. But imagine just multiplying that with 100 or more perspectives, or 1,000 more perspectives, or whatever number you want to put to it. Right? That's the whole idea of opening ourselves up without trying to say what we know or what we think is wrong or right, or So yeah, so that's what Jagriti is. The other beautiful way to do unlearning is to say that I would like to learn from my child. At least that's how we did our unlearning at the beginning. When we started working with children, we knew nothing about children. We did not read any book. We did not attend any course, nothing. We just say we will learn from children, which means we would not come in that, I know this, or I know how to do this, or I have a method, or I have idea, nothing. We will observe how they are doing it. And since you have a child at home, you already have a teacher. So stay a parent, don't become a teacher. Okay, to your child, let it be the other way around. Let the child teach you, guide you, show you how learning, how in zillion ways learning can happen. And that's a very, very beautiful way uh, of understanding how learning can happen, because our children can really, really show us, because they are natural learners. They're not yet contaminated with our methods, especially since you have a very young child. And there are a few other parents in this particular call who have 2 years old and 3 years old. Not that 10 and 15 years old don't show you. Even a 10-year-old will show you how a 10-year-old works, and an 18-year-old will show you how an 8-year. But yeah, the younger ones really, really are amazing to observe and learn from. That's what I would say, apart from what Preeti was sharing. Yes. And also learn from, if you interested, join the community, learn from so many people, learn from Ruchika, learn from Preeti, learn from their children, learn from their parents, and so on. Learn from everybody.
Okay. Thank you.
Vinita is asking how to join in. Vinita, you can connect with any one of us. I'm putting my number. Preeti will also put her number. You can WhatsApp to us and we can, help you from there. There's just a form which Preeti can send to you. So that I put in my number. Preeti, you can put in your number. Actually, better you connect with Preeti. She will send you the form. Yeah, there she goes. So it's fairly simple. She will guide you. But if you have any questions about the community, how it works, whatever, please go ahead, ask us. This is the space.
Hello.
Yes, Vinita.
Yes. I'm very new to this place, so this is my first meeting. So I think that the more I will learn about this community, like the more group chats, these all discussions, I will get to know more about it. So
Sure.
it is like very early to ask or to fit in. It is like I will be a part of it, like with the pace of it.
Sure.
So yeah.
How old is your children?
3 years. 3 years. She is
Okay.
3-year-old. I stay in Jaipur, so I recently shifted there. So
Sure.
yeah, so let's see how it rolls on. I really want to be part of it. So let's see. I want to be, but I'm not rushing in. Like so many questions are there, but I will keep it with the slow pace. So just will learn it, how things are here in the group community, how it works. I don't know anything about it. So this is the first time I'm seeing this all group thing.
Typically to a newcomer, I would give a blessing, say, may you never find answers to your questions. What that means is there is no one answer. We don't have to stop anywhere. We just keep evolving. We just keep meeting new thoughts, new ways, new people. Everything and everybody is a source of beauty. So it's not about the questions getting answers. It's possibly about adding more questions and about more explorations and more thinking. That is what open learning is. The more we keep opening up ourselves to this beautiful world, which has so many things to offer to us. So that's the way we, bless newcomers.
Yes, definitely.
Maybe I can come in for a quick one. So I was at the campus in the last week of April, and we have now dropped out of school. My daughter is 13, and we are into open learning now. And currently, we are in a transition phase, I would like to call it, because there is a lot of unlearning that I need to do, of course, as well as my daughter has to do. So, so this is to all the parents and facilitators and whoever who've been doing this for a while. Is that so we currently are in a space where we are still trying to find a structure. My current question in mind is that to what extent do I have to facilitate that structure, or do I just completely take a back seat and just let the transition happen where the child will move from a place where there was all the structure and control and everything to now not having any structure and control. So what should my at this point role be? Can I be taking a complete backseat or still try to help with the structure simply?
Ruchika, you want to take that?
Yeah, Bharti, almost I would say initial stage of when we started this, I was there, what you're talking about, which is very natural, because again, it's a very I would call it as a parent instinct. Like I have to now tell, I have to do, I have to guide. I have to teach, that narratives automatically comes in our mind. But as you know, this is very beautiful. Like initially, like Ratnesh used this word that your child itself is your teacher. The child itself is going to communicate whatever old age the child is, whether the child is 5 months, 7 months, 18 years, or 20 years, or 13, 10, whatever. So I know it's very natural urge when you see the child doing something, and we immediately want to tell, oh, this is right, this is not right, that is not working, or like that. We feel we are facilitating, but it's actually not like that. It's again, we have to really, really step back, but still as a co-creator, being with them, just to watch them, observe them, that what are they doing, how are they doing, and they will do it right, wrong, whatever it is, because our right, wrong definition is different, their right, wrong definition is totally different. So here comes again, as a family, when they do something, as a family, you do something, and as a family, you come together and you discuss, you talk, you share. Even this particular, let's say you're talking about that, should I take this backstage or should I facilitate, and how far I facilitate? Talk to your child about this. How he wants you, how much she wants you to take in, to what level she wants you to facilitate, hold, or see and observe. You never know, she will definitely give you the clear picture what she wants. So you can also, communicate these things with her as a family, sit together, co-create, talk about your worries, talk about all that what you're feeling right now. And they will, and as very beautiful, as in my personal journey, I learned this with my child only. Like, she comes when she needs me. There was a time when I used to go poke my nose in her work. I have done this. I'm seriously telling you, I have really done this. Everything is not that rosy as Ratnesh said.
No.
I
No, it's
still do
not.
it.
Yeah,
The roses
see, no,
are-
please, no, even I'm saying, even I fail sometimes, I forget. But then it's again about, how you keep on reminding yourself in that
Yeah.
process. And if you have an anxiety, like I'll tell you, my daughter is, going for some, like it's been now 3-4 days. She's going for some nature camp, and there was something, and I was feeling a little anxious about something, and I was like talking to myself kind of thing. And I thought, why simply I'm talking about myself? Why don't I go and talk to her only and find out what she feels about it? And I just went and I spoke to her. She said, oh, Mama, chill, don't worry. I'll know it, how to do it. You sit back at home. I'm going for it. So,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really, they are your teachers. They are our teachers. They will teach us all this. So how much to facilitate, when to facilitate, when not to facilitate, ask her. She will tell you.
Yeah, Ruchika, just to let you know, all these good things are very far from us, because right now there is this immense sense of liberation where the child is doing nothing. So
Don't worry. Nothing is
I'm not
good.
worried.
Nothing
It's
is
good.
actually good.
So
So,
nothing.
it's again a very conditioned mind for us.
I know.
That there has to be some concrete
No,
result, something constructive
no,
should happen the whole day.
no,
Like,
I have thankfully shed all of those things. I'm
very
not now
nice. You're
expecting.
there.
No, I'm not there. No, but the thing is that, yeah, so because she's not doing anything and waking up at 1 and all of that is happening, and I'm very patiently not
Yeah.
disturbing the process.
Keep yourself busy. I'll tell you one thing, Aarti. Keep yourself physically, mentally busy with something. This
Yeah.
really, really helps.
Yeah.
After 4 years of gap in my career, I'm changing complete gear in my life, and 3 to 4 hours I'm out of the house and she's at work, or she's at her things, or sometime at home, and I'm actually coming out of that anxieties also. This is again, I'm fighting. I'm completely reminding myself, no, she's there, she'll do it. Even if she doesn't do it, she will understand when to, what to do. It's like that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, so we are there. Yeah. So basically just sit back and watch, and hopefully what we think or see as lazy is actually hazy, and they're finding their way. And so ask the question, and so my takeaway from this is that I should ask her if I need to facilitate. If she says yes, then facilitate. If she says no, then just go back to your
Yes. No, you can change, what works for me or what has worked for me,
Yeah.
changing narratives in my own mind. Oh, she's doing nothing. From there, she's processing. She's taking time, maybe. She's thinking. Oh, she's whole day just dancing, listening to music, wasting time. Oh no, she's enjoying music. She's connecting with something. Isn't that change those narratives, that helps. This is really help with, like, I have really got a good help out of changing these narratives in my mind. So I'm not saying everything again is rosy, but it's again
No,
process.
it's not rosy, but yeah, I agree. Totally agree. Thank you. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, and also possibly you're already doing it, Aarti. Uh, just realize it's not about her. Yeah, we tend to think that this whole decision of shifting from school to home is about her. It's not about her, it's about both of you. And
Yes.
since you are part of the community, it's also part of the community in that sense. So if I were in your place, I would bug her more with my problems, my thinking, my work than she bugging me, than getting bugged about her work and her problems. To
Lovely.
me, to me, if I was Aarti, I've got now an assistant. Aarti is not assistant, like a colleague who has joined in now at home or whatever, now at work or whatever you want to engage her in. And isn't that beautiful? You have a colleague now. Till now, the colleague was going to some other
Absolutely.
place called school. Now the colleague is with you in your own space, and now you interact with them. And this is not just true for a
Beautiful.
13-year-old, whether you have a 9-month-old or a 13-month-old, sorry, 3-year-old or whatever age old, 19-year-old, it doesn't matter. The moment we think of them as colleagues or co-passengers, as Preeti was saying, then it's not about them. Then it's about both of us. Then it's about our own. Then I'm all the time busy talking about myself and obviously them also, wherever, however they say, and including my concerns, anxieties, and so on. Because my anxiety is not my anxiety; it's a co-anxiety, and so on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also
It's
one
wonderful.
very
Yeah.
important thing, there is nothing called as transition. We are always
Okay.
transitioning. This transitioning will never end, right? We tend to think there is an end to it, but by the time it ends, something else will come up. Possibly she will say, I want to do this, or you will want to do something else, and possibly she will get married, and possibly she will have children, then possibly she will have children problems. You see, we never stay
You're right.
stable in life. We are always transitioning. So let's not look for a place to go and rest. The earth just
Understood.
keeps going round the sun with all kinds of
Yeah,
seasons
yeah.
and thunderstorms and volcanoes and you know what. It just doesn't bother. It just keeps going round and round and round. And let's just sink in with that. Yeah. There is
Thank you. Thank
that's
you.
what
Thank you so much,
learning is all
Ratnesh.
about. Yeah. So
Thank you. Thank you
because
very
if you
much.
think of transition, you will say, there is a stage to reach, a form, a
Ah,
shape.
yes.
I should be like Preeti, I should be like Ruchika, but but
No, no.
they will be something else, and you will be something else. So that's the beauty of
Yes.
it. Yeah, that's why the
Absolutely.
community
Thank you
makes
so
sense.
much.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you put the spotlight exactly, yeah, and with what you have just said, it's changing my mindset, just shifting the focus completely. And thank you so much. Very valuable. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I think keep the value of dialogues on all the time. And it is not to be like only specific to what do you want from me kind of dialogue. It's like just मेरे प्रॉब्लम पहले सुन लो उसके बाद तुम अपने बताना काइंड ऑफ डायलॉग
ये वाला तो मैं अप्लाई करूंगी आज ही तो बहुत ही कामगार चीज है. थैंक यू.
मैं तो when I get tired in kitchen also I'm like I'm so tired like that also I share with her so it's okay you share anything with her. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the power of community. Thank you. Thank you so much. So for all the other people who are still waiting to jump the gun, this is how the community solves, problems of a newcomer. So all in real action, real time. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Right. So our meetups stay till 6:30. So we have about 5-6 minutes more. Anybody wants to jump in with a question or a
I
thought?
would like to share something.
Yes, Namrata Besaki. Yes, please go ahead.
Just to Yes. Okay, so whatever discussion we were having just now about the anxiety which a parent carries and all, the basic purpose of joining Aarohi community is to keep this anxiety at bay, because I am an overachiever, I am a performer, and then that overachiever and performer automatically reflects. For me, doing nothing is a struggle. For me, doing nothing is equal to wasting of time. That is how my belief system was built. And I knew somewhere I want to stop this. I don't want to transfer it to my child. Let him enjoy doing nothing. That is what is the motto of the life. Ki kuch nahi karna bhi, it's too much to do. मतलब क्या बोलूं, जो भी बोलूं. तो my main purpose of joining Aarohi community is I needed people like Preeti, Ruchika to remind me every time, it's okay, Namrata, it's okay. Everything is in place. Everything is happening properly. And all the meetups really helped me like oxygen. So thank you so much for that. I mean, like, I don't have words to say thank you, but it is helping me so much because of this core nature to which I'm trying to deal with. Thank you.
Yes, I'm also wanted to say the same thing, because I'm also feelings like Aarti. And what Ruchika just explained today, this is really, really so much helpful, so much reassuring. And to see that what Aarti said, that daughter waking up at 1 doing nothing, these things also I'm going through, and I'm also trying to keep myself in check. And this today's session is really a boon in disguise. It's really a very good. I'm very thank you to Ruchika, Priti, Aarti to have this discussion altogether. Thank you.
Also to remind people who have joined in new that we have recordings of almost all these Saturday meetups. So when you have some free time, you can play some of these in the background. There's nothing much to watch. There's more to listen to these discussions. Yeah. Sandhya, you want to share something? Or maybe your son wants to share something. I think her son wanted to share something. Yeah. Right. So I think anybody else with the last quick one? Right. So just sharing that we meet every Saturday. It's the same Zoom link. So since you have the Zoom link, you can join in at any time of this. If you want to be part of the Aarohi community. So this is more like you can say the outreach, as in we are reaching out to parents who are new, but obviously we have a close-knit community who works on a regular basis, day-to-day basis together, both at campus and online and various other ways. So right. So please feel free to connect with us. And we also, as I said, do an unlearning program for parents called Jagrati, which we do about a couple of batches in a year. We've been doing it since 2002. So that's about 61st batch that we'll be doing now. Right. So if you are interested in that more as a parent or somebody who wants to understand children, so Jagriti is more about understanding oneself as a parent and understanding children. Without trying to say what we already know or understand is not right. It's in fact those are the rights. We add more rights to it. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Anything else? You can always DM us on WhatsApp, and you can always jump in next Saturday and discuss it. Yeah. As Preeti was reminding, we kind of take a break in the May month. So the community takes a little break in May month from its activities. From June, it will be full on. So if you want to start with the fresh start of the year, you can join in. Preeti has already shared her number. You can connect with her, or you can DM me. Yeah. Super.
I also want to
Yeah.
share
Yeah, Preeti.
last note. I have 2 minutes. No? Yeah. So I want to share and thank Ratnesh, Aditi, and the whole of Aarohi community. Since 4 years, very honestly, this SMOL, this Saturday meetup started from 4 years. And from that time, kind of we as a family joined Aarohi. And it is our good luck that that from then on SMOLs are on. Every Saturday, this meeting happens at 5 p.m. And personally, for myself as a parent, I make sure that I join this meeting. To be honest, not to tell everybody what I am doing as a parent, but to learn from the whole experience. And in these 4 years, joining this meeting itself has helped me so much as a parent, like personally as a parent, because I feel my husband was always there in terms of an open learner kind of, his mental framework was always right. I was like very, 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 very low and very, I would have been a very bad mother if I would have not joined these SMOLs or things like this and the Aarohi community. So I am very thankful to the community. Plus, I'm very much thankful to these meetups which happen every Saturday, 5 p.m. without fail. And I also try to join it without fail, because it is for my own learning, not for anybody else, but for myself. So thank you, Ratnesh, for having this every Saturday without fail. Thank you. Yeah.
Sure, Preeti. We are all co-learners, right? So +1 to whatever you said, reciprocated back. Thank you, everybody. It's 6:30. Have a great weekend, and yeah, stay connected. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.